Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of Burton Ballers. This is a quick transfer roundup because so much is going on about Chelsea players. So I'm going to be concentrating on Hakin Ziyech, Timo Werner and Kepa Arrizabalaga. I'll be also talking about this interesting German striker by the name of Karim Adeyemi, who Chelsea are very much interested in. Welcome to the Burton Ballers. Ain't got no time for no stallers, yeah.
We are the risers, we're not the fallers. Our channel is growing wider and taller.
Yeah, we're here to give you the news about your dear beloved Blues, yeah.
So if you like this YouTube channel, like, subscribe and turn on that bell.
Yeah. So guys, this international break always leads to stories, always leads to speculations surrounding Chelsea players. And so this is no different this time because we have a lot of stories regarding Hakin Ziyech, Werner and Arrizabalaga. So let's start with the Hakin Ziyech story. A lot of reports going around that Hakin Ziyech is unhappy at Chelsea and that he is wanted by Borussia Dortmund, and he wants out in January, and so he's asking the club to allow him to leave. Do we believe these stories? I'm not sure. You know, I know that the other day he came out and said that he misses Frank Lampard and he came to play under Frank Lampard. Now he's kind of been frozen out a little bit under the Tuchel, and the system that we play doesn't really suit the way that he plays his football. So I don't know how true these stories are. There's always going to be speculations, as I said. So until I hear something more concrete, then you know what, I don't know. I'm not going to give this one a lot of credence. And the other story I know definitely doesn't make any sense, and this is Timo Werner to Barcelona. Yeah, apparently Aguero, because remember he had that condition with his heart. He's had tests now and they said that he probably won't be able to play again because the condition is worse than they first thought. So maybe I wonder why. Maybe that's why Man City didn't renew his contract. Maybe they knew that there's some issues going on, maybe some fitness issues, which was probably to do with his heart in the end. So I hope he can make a full recovery, because you don't like to see footballers go through that. But the reason why this story definitely doesn't make any sense, unless it's linked to another story which I'm going to be bringing to you a little bit later in this video, is because at the moment we're struggling for strikers. We've only got one fit quote-unquote striker, or full striker as it were, and I wouldn't say fit because apparently he got injured. Havertz has got a knock on his thigh apparently. I'm hoping that it's just a slight knock and that he'll be back for our match against Watford. He didn't play yesterday because first of all someone said it was because of injury, but actually he was suspended for that game, that 9-0 drubbing that they Germany did they play against? I can't remember the opposition, but he didn't play because of suspension. But yeah, he's got a slight knock as well. I'm hoping it's slight because if Lukaku doesn't return back, then we're in trouble for that Watford game. So yeah, so that's, for me, I can't see anything happening in January for this one, and it would only happen if we can get a replacement in the summer. That's my belief. And the other story is Arrizabalaga, and this one I can definitely throw out of the. I can just throw this one into the recycle bin. Nonsense story that Lazio, who's now managed by our former manager Maurizio Sarri, are after his signature. So the reason, and they cite that he's unhappy because he's not getting enough game time, and they're talking about a January loan. Why doesn't this make sense? Because what's happening in January? He's going to get game time because Edouard Mendy is off to the African Cup of Nations. So Chelsea are not going to let Kepa Arrizabalaga go when we're fighting for the league title, and we will be left with Benatelli as our only goalkeeper. He's been brought in as a third choice keeper, and the reason we brought him in is to be cover for Kepa whilst Mendy is away. So that one is, I think there's some Italian publication, they always print a lot of nonsense anyway over there. So you know what, nonsense, ignore. Don't fall for any of that rubbish about Kepa leaving. Kepa is going nowhere in January. He may go at the end of the year, possibly, if we get another replacement, but in January, no, not happening. Unless, I say not happening, but unless it's towards the end of January when Edouard Mendy's back. But still, that would leave us with no cover. So again, I just still going to dismiss that one. And finally, Chelsea are after Karim Adeyemi, who's a German player who plays at the moment for Red Bull Salzburg. So it's a similar trajectory as Erling Haaland. He's coming, Patson Daku, remember him, he plays for Leicester. So this guy's coming to replace Patson Daku, and he's had like a breakout season for RB Leipzig. Yeah, so if we have a look at his stats, we see that he has scored, this season has been his breakout season for RB Leipzig, where he scored 10 league goals in just 11 appearances. And he scored an impressive 14 goals in 18 games, so out in all competitions. So that's a great output for goal scoring. And he's known by some to be the German Mbappe, so that's one to look out for. But we're going to have a lot of competition because there's talks of Liverpool, Bayern Munich, and Barcelona also vying for his signature. So let's see what happens on that front. So that's it, guys. That is all the transfer news rounded up for you in 5 minutes or so. And so what do you think about these stories? You know, do you, like me, think that a lot of them linking players away from the club are nonsense? And what do you think about this guy Adeyemi? Have you seen him play? Are you impressed with him? Obviously, Austrian league is a bit easier league, but you know, Haaland's moved on and done well. You know, Daku's doing okay at Leicester, so they're not to be sniffed at, Austrian league. So would you be happy to have him amongst our ranks? Stick your comments in the section below. Until then, guys, like, subscribe, turn on all post notifications. You'll be notified every time I make a new video. Take care. Have a nice weekend.